We continue to preview the 2025 college football season here on Midwest Sports Net. Our stop today is Marshall, Missouri, as we get to visit with the new head football coach for the Missouri Valley Vikings, Coach LaQuentin Black. Coach, really quickly, I know there's a bit of an echo right now. We're working through it. But just want to let everyone know we know it's there, so we're working through it just a little bit. But congratulations on the new opportunity. Tell us about being back in Marshall.
Oh man, Joey, first and foremost, man, thank you for having me on. Super excited to be able to be back. You know, my family and I always say, man, it's humbling. It's just awesome to get a chance to be able to be around solid people and people that you care about, that care about you and care about your family. So it's awesome to be able to get back, man, and really get going.
Well, again, congratulations on the opportunity. One of the things you spoke about in your press conference was maintaining a standard of excellence. And that was on the field and in the community as well. I'd love to hear you address that.
Yeah, you know, I think that was a big thing right out of the gate. You know, community involvement and getting our faces and stuff back out there and getting our guys to really understand, you know, that's a big focal point, you know, for us. And for me, seeing how it was done as far as in the past with us having a big part of that and that being a big part of us, I wanted to make sure our kids got a chance to be able to experience that and get out and actually, you know, want to be able to shake the right hands and you know, get around some of the kids that are involved in the community and different things like that from that perspective, man, because it starts right here. And then, you know, just from the accountability standpoint, you know, we wanted to be able to shape the culture from the accountability, guys holding their end of the rope. We talk about that all the time. And what type of daily deposits are we making consistently for our team bank account, not just for yourself. And, you know, our guys have really bought into that. And it's been awesome to be able to see, you know, just from our coaching staff and that alignment and then lining things out to make it trickle down to our players. So it's been good to see so far.
Your announcement hiring was made in January, so you had time to get some in as well as spring ball.
Yeah, so you know, obviously, yeah, you know, we definitely got a chance to be able to hit the ground running right out of the gate, you know, with recruiting. That was the reason why, you know, I really wanted to be able to get going, you know, right away with that too as well, because I know how this whole thing works. So, you know, spring was good. You know, we got a chance to really, you know, see who we are as far as a team initially, right at this moment in time. You know, from the staff perspective, you know, put our guys through some tough challenges, you know, and it was good to be able to see those guys, you know, handle that, you know, very well and kind of just progress daily as we needed to truly focus on our identity and who we really wanted to be able to be. So proud of our guys, proud of our staff, man, and taking the steps in the proper direction to continue to be able to trend this thing forward.
All right, Coach, I know things are going to look under your leadership. So if you can tell us without giving away any state secrets, not asking for that, but what's the offense going to look like this year?
Yeah, well, you know, for us, man, you know, we want to make sure that we establish the phases of number one, you know, running the football, you know, getting a chance to be able to create explosive plays and finding a way to make sure that, you know, we're sound in our identity and who we truly want to be able to be. You know, so we want to be able to put stress on the defense, you know, in all different ways, from vertically, you know, horizontally, and find ways to be able to have to make those guys be able to think a little bit. But I'm proud of how our guys came in right out of the gate and establishing, you know, what we want to be able to do. Still work to be able to be done, but I think we got the initial steps so far.
There were a couple of young players that saw the bulk of the time back last year, freshman and sophomore. Are they back this year? New quarterbacks or players?
Yeah, we got one or two of those guys and stuff back from the previous season, and you know, we brought some guys in too as well that semester. You know, because we got to be able to you know, establish that identity from the quarterback standpoint, you know, and it's been healthy competition throughout the spring and excited to be able to see those guys continue to be able to progress going forward, leading into summer and fall.
Coach, on the defensive side of the ball, at least from the perspective of last season, more significant. So talk about how you've been able to.
Yeah, you know, so we graduated you know, a handful of guys and stuff from the defensive side of the ball, but you know, we brought some guys in that we're excited about that's done some good things. And you know, one of our guys and stuff, key guys coming back, Noah Carr, you know, he was a guy that played a good handful of snaps and stuff this past season, so excited to be able to have him back. Kid by the name of Eric Potts, you know, as he played a lot last season, he'll be back and stuff this upcoming season. So guys that's done some good things, you know, in the previous year here at Valley, and guys that have stepped up going forward as far as from the spring. And, they've been a centerpiece from, bringing in the new guys that we had, this semester. So I'm excited to be able to see those guys continue to be able to excel. Our defensive staff has done a good job of being able to get those guys to buy into what we want to be able to do defensively. And we just got to continue to be able to put the work in. But so far, so good. So
from the perspective of the special team, had a freshman last year. Is your Bruno Kincaid? Is he coming back? And what's the special teams look like?
Yeah, Bruno, he'll be back this upcoming season. He's got a bright future ahead of him. And we'll be adding some pieces to the special team standpoint. It's a big key for us as a staff, and how we want to be able to continue to make sure we got things progressing going forward. We want all three phases to be able to be elite. So he's definitely a key piece to that, and excited to be able to see the progression of the special teams for sure.
Season gets underway September. It's a home game, so nice for Missouri fans to get to see your debut at home. Then on the road after that at Peru State. First South Division game will be at home also, and that's against Baker. What's the schedule?
Yeah, and I think obviously here in the Heart of America Athletic Conference, it's by far one of the top conferences at the NAIA level, and it's awesome to be able to obviously have us, get a chance to be able to be at home, right out of the gate. It's against a great opponent with Clark. They always come competitive. I'm so excited to be able to match up against those guys. And then, obviously we get into, having to be able to attack, the road games, right after that, and then, get into the meat of the schedule, in the South. And, that's always a juggernaut. Every game you got to be ready to go. So, that's something to make sure that, we continue to get our kids up for, each and every week. So I think the big thing for us is to making sure we're focusing on what we need to be able to do daily, day by day, and not to get far ahead, on looking ahead to things and making sure we're focusing on the daily task of what we need to be able to do here at Missouri Valley College and let everything else take care of itself.
All right, Coach. Well, congratulations. A big part of the team. It's not an old joke, I promise. But congratulations. We're going to follow the Vikings this season.
No, man, I appreciate you guys. You guys do a great job with this, man. And anytime I can jump on, I definitely will, man. God bless you guys going forward. Appreciate it.